in the red corner, standing like a mountain at 6'5" and tipping the scales at a whopping 238 pounds of pure British beef. It's the one, the only Lennox Lewis. Now, this lad's coming in with a spotless record with 25 fights and all of them wins at just 29 years of age. The WBC heavyweight world champion was at the very top of his game, strutting about like London's Big Ben himself and loving every second of it. Pacing over in the opposite corner, a proper heavyweight terror. 6'2" and 238 pounds, but don't let the numbers fool you. This is the atomic bull, Oliver McCall. He's been in the trenches too, with 29 fights under his belt, but with 5 losses. It wasn't his record that had the crowd talking, it would be his mindset. Oliver McCall would battle more demons inside of his own mind than he ever would inside of the boxing ring, landing himself on the brink of no return. Before we delve into the action, it is important to note this is not intended to cast any judgment on Oliver McCall. Rather, it is a recognition of what a remarkable fighter he was. Alongside extraordinary personal challenges, including struggles with serious mental disorders and substance abuse, his courage and perseverance in the face of such adversity command the utmost respect.
First of what's scheduled for 12 rounds of World Heavyweight Championship boxing, that successfully 3 times, and Oliver the Atomic Bull McCall, the man, the taller of the two, Lennox Lewis, the champion, making his 4th defense. Lewis coming in at exactly 17 stones. And Lewis, some 3 inches taller, has a considerable reach advantage. But Lewis made his very first defense in Las Vegas in May of 1993 for the British and European heavyweight titles. The last time Lewis was in this ring was to defeat Gary Mason. So the taller champion, Lewis, still terribly highly rated by pundits across the pond in the United States of America. The WBC, the WBA, and the IBF. And the man who was the former sparring partner for Mike Tyson, Oliver McCall. Lewis trying to work behind the jab. That's rather wild by McCall. Add to the body of Lewis, then those predictions will be completely correct against Phil Jackson in Atlantic City in May of this year. McCall very heavily muscled, very strong, and reckons he's in the best condition of his life.
With the opening round completed, the reigning WBC champion Lennox had begun at a measured pace, though this caused little concern among the fans. A slow start was characteristic of Lewis, who often preferred to assess his opponent before gradually breaking them down.
And to Lennox Lewis, letting a little bit go from the armory, but there's plenty more still there, one suspects. Very fast hands for a big man, very athletic. And Lewis working again behind that jab. Lewis unbeaten, remember, after 25 fights. Oh, he's got him! And that was the sucker punch that they worried about. Decided it's all over. My goodness, what an upset. And Lennox Lewis is...
After knocking Lewis out in 1994 to win the WBC heavyweight title, McCall reached the pinnacle of the sport. However, success was quickly followed by personal collapse. He developed a severe Class A addiction, which began to undermine every aspect of his life. His training, his discipline, and his mental stability.
But I'm a mean man. Okay. I'm a bad man. I'm a madman.
In 1995, McCall lost the WBC title to Frank Bruno. By that point, his problems outside the ring were escalating rapidly. He became increasingly erratic, was arrested on multiple occasions, and spent time in jail. His substance abuse worsened and his behaviour grew more unpredictable, alarming those around him in boxing. Crucially, McCall was also suffering from serious, untreated mental health issues. These problems were neither properly diagnosed nor managed during this period, leaving him vulnerable and unstable as his career continued.
All they're going to do is try to hit me with illegal back head shots, which he do on every fight. He'll grab you with the left hand, and he hit you here, backhand.
By the time he was cleared to face Lennox Lewis in a rematch in 1997, McCall was in a deeply fragile psychological state. What should have been a championship rematch instead became a distressing spectacle, reflecting not just McCall's struggles, but a failure to protect a fighter clearly in crisis.
Trees or something in a hotel, rehearsing for tossing the caber. He's going to throw that first right hand as soon as he can now. Massive size, stone in it, and 13. McCall just brushed past Lewis's chin.
Well, Lewis must think about his defence, but he mustn't think defensively. First round with a fairly wide stance, so I think he intends using his feet to get him out of trouble. Looking back from McCall.
Oh, now he's tried his right hand now, Lewis, so that's one each.
Want a positive start, make full use of that jab. Frank Bruno with it, so Lewis wants to do the same thing, certainly in the first couple of rounds.
Although he's a good left hooker when he can time that well. He's just range finding with it, really, trying to load up his punches before he pulls the trigger, which certainly would be a right hand.
Well, I think there's plenty of time to think about the left hook. I would just like to see him with the straight shots.
A good job, actually. The first one he's got to his mind.
Keep McCall at bay. This is a good positive first round from Lewis. This is as good a first round as we could expect to see.
All those sort of fluffy edges that he had as an amateur.
Wants to keep that concentration, just keep pumping the jab. A jab confuses Oliver McCall.
Well, you can hear manager Frank Maloney there. He can't afford to relax a second. No fighter can, but focused big man. Well, I think he is. I don't think you have to worry about that.
And I was worried he'd maybe go to sleep, maybe be thinking too defensively, but this is an excellent start. See, he's not even allowing McCall to launch that right hand. He's keeping him off balance, keeping him on his back foot.
Good.
But he's not allowing McCall to do anything.
Keeping him at range.
And he's getting around in the bag.
The opening round of the rematch saw Lennox Lewis plant his feet and assert his authority through commanding ring generalship. After 2 years of reflection and reassessment, there was a sense that he had done the necessary soul-searching, and this was the moment to put all the pieces together inside the ring.
And Jim Watney certainly gave Lewis the opening round.
A little bit desperate, he's going to start making mistakes, he's going to start swinging at Lewis, then maybe Lewis can move in with the big shots. Well, Oliver McCall, as we all know, the edge is a hothead. Well, the timing's good. That trouble, whatever it takes.
Well, that was a decent shot.
An unprotected chin. That was careless once again.
Not much infighting going on.
Good right hand. The forearm in his face.
Oh, that uppercut there, that reminded McCall that Lewis was
taking chances. Yeah. He doesn't want to trade with this guy at the moment.
Not standing for too much nonsense.
It's too early for Lewis to be taking chances.
Yeah. Oh, good shot. It's gritting his gum shield like mad there, Lewis. We're right on the ring gate.
Lewis's defences when he's forced onto his back foot are fairly loose.
Oh, they just caught him high with that punch, Lewis.
Defences have scattered a little bit in this round. McCall's jab as well. Really, Lewis's...
Oh, that was a good shot by Lewis, Jim, right above us.
The second round of the rematch would show no repeat of the first encounter. This time, Lennox Lewis kept his wits about him, maintaining control and composure throughout. In contrast, the American Oliver McCall began to show greater activity, producing sporadic bursts of inside work as he attempted to disrupt Lewis's rhythm.
He's had 3 clinics and so forth. He's whipped himself into shape. It shows here.
Negative, just pumping the jab, but this is all right. Lewis wants some rounds in the bag. This guy. Good stuff from Lewis. I really feel this fight could go all the way. If not all the way, it'll be a long fight. So Lewis wants as many rounds in the bag.
Now he's, to use a boxing term, he's a bit of a governor at the moment. Been stopped, never been on the deck. And he's sparred endless rounds.
A lower edge, that's what I'd like to see. Oh, this is good stuff.
Now, I emphasise, this guy McCall's punches, you see, this a bit of punishment. Laugh his way through taking those shots. obviously trying to say he hasn't hurt me, but he has.
Wonderful punches, but they're scoring points and they're keeping him at arm's length. If Lewis could take the odd chance with the right hand. That's it.
Oh, double those up well there, Lewis.
Good performance. Took a punch but come back with one, Reg. That's all right.
Told you, there's nobody like this fella.
See, he's got the room.
See, he's swayed his legs a bit there, McCall. Oh, he's trying to do a dancing act out. As if to say, I'm just ignoring this fella.
I think he's into winning this fight.
Oh, he's looking round for applause. Can you believe this?
They're trying to draw mistakes from Lewis doing that. Lewis has kept his cool all the way. Looking for single shots, but taking loads.
Oh, look at this, look. Oh, dear, oh, dear. And a good blow here, McCall. Wrong corner, mate. Go the other way.
What happened next would be spoke about for 29 years to date. As Lennox sat in his corner, McCall would refuse to take his stall. McCall seemed disengaged, staring ahead rather than listening, his body language reflecting growing mental distress. The moment raised serious concern ringside as it became evident that McCall was struggling not just physically, but psychologically, foreshadowing the unsettling events that would later unfold in the contest.
He's a bit like Oliver Twist, really, isn't he? Asking for more. He doesn't even want to sit down now. It's just, I mean, there's no... So Jim Watt's scorecard there puts Lewis a round up. Walkabout was doing as we start the fourth. I don't know why McCall. The two trainers looking at each other.
See, look at that.
Jim, the referee's going to say something to this. He can't let him. He's got to make a fight of it.
Position. Lewis can take a chance and drop a right hand here because he can't summon power like that. When McCall is not setting himself in, there's no powerful punches coming back. So Lewis here, well, it's early days and the action's been good so far. Hands.
Getting booed by the crowd. I'm not surprised, McCall.
Way at the moment, but Lewis looking concentration, perfect, technique, everything right.
I mean, there's no way he can rattle Lewis by doing this. He's not throwing punches.
Yeah.
He's almost saying, come on, you can't knock me out. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? But all the time.
But this guy really is tough, Reg. He has one of the games that...
I told you, he's taking time.
Or if he's just got some crazy plan in his mind about slinging one big right hand again. I don't understand it.
Well, I hope he's not getting messages from above him to go walk about, Luton. This is unbelievable. I thought I'd seen it and done it enough in this business.
To come back with a counter, he actually steps off. See that little feint, how everything he does is defensive now. Intentions of launching any counter punches. Lewis is still fairly careful here. All he's doing is putting another little round in the bank. Do the right thing. Don't take chances against a danger man until you have to.
Well,
Never before had the boxing world witnessed a competitor so visibly at the end of his tether in a heavyweight championship contest. While Lennox Lewis was facing a single opponent in the ring, Oliver McCall was contending with far greater struggles, battling an array of personal demons within his own mind. Nearly 3 decades on, it is difficult not to view the situation with sadness. Oliver McCall should have been withdrawn from the contest long before the opening bell. Instead, his corner urged him back into the ring for another round, while his promoter, Don King, appeared content for the fight to continue. It was a troubling moment, one that raised serious questions about responsibility and duty of care at the highest level of the sport.
as we come out for this next round, it's just unbelievable stuff, this.
And he uses that face to pump himself up before fights. I hope that's the case here. Well, again, he's made a little motion as though he wants to come forward, Reg. I don't know if he does. But still good, careful boxing from Lewis. No mistakes, good concentration.
Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Again, he's actually challenging him to knock him out, Jim. That's what he's doing.
He's looking on there, but Lewis, don't run into anything. No, this is who's going to stop it. Stop the fight, Reg. It has to be a disqualification.
I hope it is a disqualification.
This would go down as one of the saddest wins in heavyweight championship history. Lennox Lewis reclaimed the world title, but the result was overshadowed by the circumstances surrounding Oliver McCall. On a pleasing note that nearly 3 decades on, both men now in their 60s are doing well. Remarkably, Oliver McCall has continued his professional boxing career, remaining undefeated since 2018. As of 2026, he shows no clear signs of retirement. As always, it has been a pleasure. I have been Frank Monroe. All the best, fight fans, and take care.